Bella a tutti ragazzi, benvenuti a questo nuovissimo video che come sapete esce ogni giovedì. Non è Fortnite ma sono giochi a caso che porto. Infatti oggi è The Stanley Parabola. Vabbè, l'inglese non sono capace, però vabbè, vi volevo portare questo che uscirà anche il prossimo giovedì, visto che è un gioco con doppie scelte, puoi fare le scelte giuste o sbagliate, quindi oggi porterò quelle giuste e poi domani faremo con le altre scelte, cioè vabbè domani, giovedì. Sì, spero che vi piaccia, quindi mi raccomando lasciate un bel like, iscrivetevi, attivate campanellina e condividete. E ora speriamo che si carichi perché non voglio aspettare qua 5 anni. Dai, 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 sì, vai, dai, muoviti! Devi arrivare qua, devi arrivare fottutamente qua. Bravo, ora va, continua. Vabbè ragazzi, il gioco non vuole fottutamente partire. Oh, clic.
This is the story of a man named
Sì.
Stanley.
Io schifo perché non me ne frega un fottutamente. Allora, vediamo, allora, la grafica sì, c'è più o meno. Allora, con CTRL si abbassa, SHIFT si corre. Con sinistro si possono fare le cose, non so se sentite ma fa il rumore della porta. Ecco.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had
Mi
never
sono
been
chiuso
trained for
dentro.
that. No.
Ma sono un
This
cretino.
couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be...
Allora, si apre o no?
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
No, se raga mi riesco anche a buggare. In caso arriva qualcuno. No. Io chiudo sempre. Che cacchio nessuno. No, prestati sempre.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Quella a sinistra. E quindi noi andiamo a sinistra. Però non si chiude. Ora sei chiusa. E ti sono perso che. Io per sicurezza magari apro, trovo dei soldi.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
La strada questa.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Vedete che ci arriva maniaco. Non so da dove.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Quello lì è più piccolo di quello. Buongiorno. Anche voi qui, eh? Mi vedete? Nessuno mi vede. Tu.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Buttati, cazzo! No.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Ok, quindi noi dobbiamo avere la forza di scoprire il monitor.
Now the monitors jumped in life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers, the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Tutte le nostre fottute emozioni erano manipolate.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Fermiamolo. È fermato tutto. Non è finito? E io vedo che posso muovermi. Siete io che posso aprire le cose.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Incertezza.
Was it over?
Era tutto finito? Ah boh, cioè, è finito, andrei anche a bere un caffè, un caffè.
He had won.
Sì, aveva finito.
He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go,
Hashtag
what to do, or how to
peggiori
feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Metto un piede fuori, Siamo sicuri? E le riscosse!
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Ero felice. Cioè, quindi io ho speso dei fottuti soldi per 2 fottuti video di un gioco che fa fottutamente cagare. Bello. No, si ricomincia. Vabbè, si ricomincia il gioco. Quindi io spero che il video vi sia piaciuto. Mi raccomando, lasciate un like, iscrivetevi, campanellina per non perdere nessuno altri episodi e live. Mi raccomando, proprio bello, proprio dovete vederlo. E condividete. Detto questo, ciao!